Imagine waking up and half your body won't move. A blood vessel in your brain has burst or clogged. Millions of neurons are dying every minute. Every second, tens of thousands of brain cells are lost. Every minute, up to 14 billion synapses gone. Even if you survive, the road back is brutal. Months of therapy, partial recovery at best. Some abilities lost forever. But what if I told you the key to unlocking faster, better recovery isn't in your brain at all? It's in your gut, just about 2 feet below your brain. In 2024, researchers discovered that specific gut bacteria can supercharge stroke recovery, not by days, not by weeks, by transforming outcomes that seemed medically impossible. Hello and welcome to Mind and Marvel. I'm Michael, and I'll be your guide today. Every 3 seconds, somewhere on Earth, someone has a stroke. 12 million people this year. It's the second leading cause of death globally. A stroke is a brain attack. Blood flow to part of your brain suddenly stops. Either a vessel clogs, ischemic stroke, or it bursts, hemorrhagic stroke. Without oxygen, brain cells die, fast. The tissue turns to scar. Dead zones form. Imagine a city losing power, block by block. Each darkened neighborhood represents lost function. Stroke in the motor cortex? You can't move. Language area? You can't speak. Visual cortex? You can't see. Treatment is a race against time. Clot-busting drugs, surgical removal. Every minute matters. But even with perfect emergency care, recovery is unpredictable. Some patients regain everything, others never walk again. Science couldn't predict who'd improve and who wouldn't. We knew the brain could rewire itself, neuroplasticity, healthy regions taking over damaged functions. But why did identical strokes produce wildly different outcomes? Traditional therapy helped, but it was slow, exhausting, incomplete. Then researchers started looking beyond the brain, to a place nobody expected, your intestines. Your gut and brain are in constant conversation, a two-way superhighway of signals. The vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve in your body, connecting brain to gut. Think of it as a fiber optic cable, transmitting information at incredible speed, brain to gut, gut to brain. Your gut isn't just tissue, it's an ecosystem, 100 trillion bacteria, over 1,000 different species, collectively called your microbiome. They digest food you can't, produce vitamins, train your immune system. And here's the game changer. They produce neurochemicals, serotonin, dopamine, GABA, the exact chemicals your brain uses to think and feel. 90% of your body's serotonin made in your gut, not your brain. These chemicals enter your bloodstream, cross into your brain, influence your mood, cognition, behavior. Scientists have linked gut bacteria to depression, anxiety, even autism. But stroke recovery? That was unexpected. University of Colorado researchers were studying stroke in mice. They gave identical strokes to genetically identical mice, same damage, same location, but recovery varied wildly. Some mice bounced back, others didn't. The team checked everything. Genetics, identical. Environment, controlled. Diet, same. Then they analyzed the gut bacteria. Jackpot. Mice that recovered well had specific bacteria. Mice that didn't recover lacked them. So they ran the definitive experiment. They took gut bacteria from mice with excellent recovery, transferred them to mice with poor recovery. The results were stunning. Not all bacteria are equal. Some are stroke recovery superheroes. The researchers identified specific strains, particularly from the Bacteroidetes and Firmicutes families. These bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, butyrate, propionate, acetate, simple molecules with extraordinary powers. These SCFAs enter your bloodstream, cross the blood-brain barrier, reach damaged brain tissue. Mechanism 1, they reduce inflammation. After a stroke, your brain inflames. Immune cells flood the area. They clean up debris, but also cause collateral damage, like firefighters saving a building. Necessary, but they also cause water damage. SCFA calm this inflammatory storm. They signal immune cells to reduce aggression. Less inflammation means less secondary damage, more surviving neurons. Mechanism 2, they supercharge neuroplasticity. SCFAs increase production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF is like fertilizer for neurons. It promotes growth, survival, and new connections. Healthy neurons sprout new branches, forge new pathways, rewire around the damage. Your brain builds new roads around the destroyed highway. Mechanism 3, they protect the blood-brain barrier. The blood-brain barrier is your brain's security checkpoint. Tight junctions between cells. Stroke weakens it. Gaps form. Harmful substances leak into brain tissue. SCFAs strengthen these junctions, seal the leaks, protect vulnerable tissue. Together, these mechanisms create optimal conditions for recovery. In the mouse studies, bacterial transfer improved motor recovery by up to 40%. Mice that couldn't walk suddenly regained mobility, faster, more complete. And the recovery happened faster, weeks instead of months, but mice aren't humans. Does this translate? Early human studies are underway, and the preliminary results are promising. Patients receiving specific probiotic strains, the same bacteria that helped mice. Researchers track their gut bacteria, measure SCFA levels, monitor recovery. Patients with healthier microbiomes show better outcomes, faster recovery, improved function. But it's not simple. Not one probiotic fits all. Your microbiome is as unique as your fingerprint. What works for one person might not work for another. The future is personalized. Analyze your specific bacteria, identify what you're missing. Then deliver targeted probiotics or prebiotics, food that feeds beneficial bacteria. Diet matters enormously. Fiber feeds good bacteria. Ultra-processed foods starve them. Mediterranean diet, rich in fiber, fermented foods, polyphenols, correlates with better stroke outcomes. Fermented foods deliver beneficial bacteria directly. Yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut. But we need caution. Probiotics aren't regulated like drugs. Quality varies wildly. Some products contain dead bacteria, wrong strains, ineffective doses. We need rigorous clinical trials, standardized formulations, precise dosing. We're 5 to 10 years from clinical application. But the path is clear. The future of stroke care includes your gut, not just your brain. Your body is not a collection of isolated parts. It's an ecosystem, 37 trillion human cells, and a similar number of bacterial cells, all working together. You're not just human, you're a superorganism, a walking ecosystem. And stroke recovery proves it. Damage your brain, your gut responds. Beneficial bacteria produce compounds that help your brain heal. Ancient cultures said health begins in the gut. Hippocrates emphasized the central role of digestion and diet in health and disease. Modern science is proving them right, in ways they never imagined. Which leaves us with a mind-bending question. If bacteria in your gut influence your brain recovery, your mood, your behavior, your thoughts, where do you end and your microbiome begin? Are you an individual or are you a collective? A biological democracy of human and bacterial cells voting on every decision. When you think a thought, make a choice, feel an emotion. How much of that is human and how much is the bacteria inside you pulling strings? But here's the empowering part. Unlike your genes, you can change your microbiome. Through diet, through lifestyle, through intention. If this revelation about your gut's hidden superpower amazed you, hit that like button. Subscribe to Mind and Marvel for more discoveries about the incredible interconnected biology that keeps you alive. Drop a comment. Have you experienced the gut-brain connection firsthand? What do you do to support your microbiome? Share your theories on how deep this connection goes. This is Mind and Marvel, where science, survival, and the superhuman collide. Until next time, remember to feed your microbiome. It might just save your brain someday.